Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, first and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
the great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect.
Yep.
It's GMS Pittsburgh once again, coming in another week to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, America, Babylon the Great. All right, and to tell you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the children of the Most High, of the Israelites out of the Bible that the Bible speaks of. All right, and if you don't repent and return back to your heavenly power and the knowledge of yourself, the true knowledge, you will be destroyed with this wicked place, America, Babylon the Great, man. All right, and as we go around in our daily lives, we see that people are still caught in the sense of folly, man. You know, today I went out, I had to go handle some things because you're in Babylon in captivity. That's the first thing. You niggas don't know that you still a slave, man. You still a slave to this fucking white man system, man. You can't do shit without going out and having to make money, man. You can't even keep your power's laws like you need to because you got to take your ass to work on the Sabbath, you know? Now, brothers may be able to do half jobs, some brothers can't, you know, due to different situations. All right, if you can't do the half job, you ain't got to do that. But if you can't, then you got to take your ass out and work like the slave that this devil making you be. They tell you that in the book of Baruch, right? We are yet this day in our captivity, but we are made subject unto payments. Man, you got to pay shit. If your account overdraft within a certain threshold and you don't handle that shit, your ass gonna get up to $90 to $100 of fees, man. You know?
Interest. They do interest.
Yeah. If you don't pay that first day, then they'll compound the shit. You know? Go ahead.
This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8, and it reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
And we are still yet this day in our captivity. The inscription of your power is not on the currency that's in this place.
That's right.
Like Yahweh Shah said, render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. And without that, okay, you can't function in this society. Now there will come a time, as the scriptures say what? The just shall live by faith. There will come a time where, and we already see it being worked out now, of people getting locked out of certain things.
That's right.
Okay? Through this devil's draconian restrictions, all right? And through this devil sharpening his tongue with his different narratives, man.
That's right.
And drilling these things in these different people's heads, man. I was watching the Dallas Brothers and they brought out that word, inculation. Well, they said inoculation. And I looked at it as inculation, all right? And it means to insert something or to teach something by repetition. And that's how this devil works. Gradualism, repetition, until eventually it sinks into these people's psyche.
That's witchcraft, right? You have something called enchantments,
Yep.
right? Well, they'll chant something over and over through repetition, right, to put demons on you, man.
Yep.
You know, so inculation is basically enchantments.
Yep. So you can even think about like incubation, you know? Once the thing incubated, like it helps it to hatch. You know, it's in there. That another version of that word inculation is where you implant one part of one plant to another part of another plant, and then it like buds and does some more extra shit. So he puts something in there, and then it grows into something bigger. You know? You got people out here. That are afraid, man. Like afraid. You can see the fear on them, man. They be in the store with their mask on. They be looking at other people. They be trying to make sure they 6 feet away, like super. They be like, oh shit, hell no. You too close to me, you know? I got it.
The book of Isaiah chapter 47 verse 12. Stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, be thou shall be able to profit. If so, be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from the things that shall come upon thee.
God, if so be, if these things are so powerful, then go ahead and change your fate, Esau. You ain't gonna be able to change your fate with your enchantments. You know, the Egyptian sorcerers of that time in ancient Egypt, they was doing their little different miracles, but they couldn't change the fate of what happened to Egypt. They couldn't stop the power of Yahweh Shai. They couldn't stop the firstborn from dying, from the rivers from turning into blood. They could fucking frogs everywhere, flies and shit.
Rivers of blood.
The locusts from coming to eat. They couldn't stop none of that shit. The gross darkness where it's so thick that you can reach out and touch it. The aberrations. Your enchantments ain't gonna stop shit. You wanna call on these little demons and shit. What is that gonna stop in the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai?
Right. And hey, I may add on to what you were just saying on how they do these things repetitively and it seeps into your mind.
Yeah.
When you think about the word enchantment, you got in, right, which means to go into, right? Chant, that's the thing they do repetitiously, and then mint, which means mind. So they try to put these different
Chants in your mental.
Yeah, chants in your mental. So I got this precept right here because this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 5. We're gonna start at verse 4. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach." Right? So the average person don't have that that protection or that shield or that filter. So when these devils, they go and put enchantments out, and these demons try to come and do certain things to brothers or put certain thoughts into brothers' minds, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, through the scriptures, through the knowledge of the scriptures, right? We root up what they try to implant into our mind. When we watch certain things, we have a filter. They try to implant things through the different media. We root up what they try to implant through our mind using the scriptures.
Yeah, God. Seeing that this is a spiritual warfare that we fight, these people don't have a chance. They're defenseless. They're like a city of unwalled villages against the onslaught against your mind and your spirit. All right? You going into the battlefield without a sword or a shield or armor. You know? That's what these people are doing.
Job, hit that Job.
This is Job chapter 13, verse 4. "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value.
One more time.
But ye are forgers of lies,
Yep.
ye are all physicians of no value."
Right, so a forger is a person who creates something. And this is what the brother is basically going into, how he creates these different narratives, right? He can make people believe something that is not real. That is not true. Here it is, right? The image of our Lord is in the scriptures, right? The image of Yahweh, who they ignorantly call God, the image of Yahweh Shai, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ, it's in the Bible. But here it is, you got people that will come up to us right now, till this day, and say, "No, do you know so-called Jesus is a white man?" Right? Or brothers will have an image of the true depiction of the Lord on the ground, and they'll say, "Well, who is this?" But then they'll tell you they've been reading the Bible their whole life, but they never came across reading the scripture, Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 on down. You see, this is part of what? It's a part of their forging of lies that they have been able to get away with for so long. But what? The Lord is what? Revealing his devil. He's stripping him, making him bare, right? He's lifting up his skirt. You see? He's no longer able to hide these different things he was used to able to hide for decades. You know? The internet. Oh my goodness. The internet is on heavy exposed mode with this devil. Right? You got it says roughly paraphrasing how their tongues should fall upon themselves. You got Edomites exposing Edomites. You see? Helping crush their own system. You know?
If Satan shall cast out Satan, how shall his kingdom stand?
Say it louder, brother. Say it louder.
Right, like the scriptures say, if Satan shall cast out Satan, how shall his kingdom stand?
How they gonna, bro? They're not, you got a whole system, but it's not even in unison. It's bro. This is literally divided. You know, everything you can think about, there's just division everywhere. But guess what? That's what the Lord said He was coming to create. Division. And this is what you see. This is what you have. Let me get one more. Isaiah 58, Bubba Bashar. I'm gonna back to you, brother.
I got the scripture to go first.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
This is Matthew chapter, this is Mark chapter 3 and verse 25. And it reads, "And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand."
There you go. Right? And this is what we say about different Israelite groups of not being on one accord, not being in agreement. How are we going to sit up here? How are we going to have a unity camp, right? And then someone asks a question and say,
well, hey, fellas, you know, I'm hearing different things from different Israelite groups. What is, you know, the charagma? Well, then what? We all gonna give our different opinion on it? Well, you know, one brother be like, well, you know, brother, this is spiritual, and I'm gonna give you the way why I think it's this. No. Another brother gonna be like, well, I think it's physical and this and that. So then the individual will be like, well, I mean, it's two different stances. Like, y'all together, but y'all ain't sure?
Most High is not the author of confusion, man.
Right.
You walk together unless they be agreed.
Right. You know? That was just an example. But what I'm saying is this whole system is divided up, and it's screwed.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sick. Right? It has a disease that cannot be cured. Babylon cannot be healed.
Yep.
Right? So it has a wound that's infected, and then you go to the doctors and they like, look, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
You got to live with this. You know? And then they give them
the time. You only got
Yeah.
You may only have 3 months.
they give them the timetable. Well, look, this is what through the spirit, this is what we're saying. We're like, look, you going down, devil. You going down. Now we don't know the time. But through the spirit, circumspectly, we're measuring it through what? Measuring it through the scriptures, you know, the scriptures, the prophecies. You know, you got something? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Bubba Kashar. Yeah.
This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 8. Say, well, they will make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
Where you at? Oh, bro, you got
Some more in there.
yeah, you got to jump up. You got some meat on that bone.
Okay, where
You
you
said
wanna go?
can't throw that thing on the grill and just leave it there.
Brothers kept bringing up the division. Now, when you talk about prophecy, of measuring what time that we in, you can look at the statue in Daniel 2. You know, the feet of it. Right. Partly iron and partly clay. And that's how you know that we're in that we're currently in that rulership.
That's right, brother. I was
You
thinking
know?
of that.
Now, this happened twice. This happened in history and it's happening now. So when did this happen in history? With the Roman Empire. Because they were strong militarily, which is where you get the iron, but they was partly clay because they was weak and they was divided. You know? Like the Visigoths and all them different ones during the ancient Roman Empire.
Yeah, that was like the
Vandals
ancient,
and
that was like the ancient
EU.
you know what I'm saying, back then.
Yep.
You know?
It was like the conglomerate back then, you know. And I think I don't know the whole history of it. Then they ended up like splitting up and doing some more shit. You know what I'm saying?
A whole bunch of
little different shit.
A whole bunch of little different things was going on, but they definitely did have, you know, they had these different allies together. You know, just like how you see this beast system now with the NATO and the EU. Well, back then, that's how they was with the Visigoths and the Vandals, and et cetera, the Franks. You know,
all them different ones. So just going into that, who was that rulership at that time? We know and confirmed you Edomites claim that rulership. All right? Mm-hmm. Now, for 1,000-year period, Jake was ruling there. Okay? But that was you Edomites. And then who's ruling today under this same type of situation where it's all these allies and, you know, they divided. Y'all ain't even agreeing in y'all own country, man. You got the Democrats versus the Republicans, the rich versus the poor. But the Most High set it up that way for there to be division. You know? So when you brothers kept talking about division, I was like, man, that's prophecy. You know? And this kingdom is divided and it's gonna crumble, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why no amount of bomb, like the bro mentioned, no amount of bomb is gonna heal this. Y'all got it.
Right. So this is Daniel's chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 40. It says, "And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise."
Right, this fourth kingdom that the brother is reading, this is dealing with the ancient Roman Empire, right?
Right. And then 41, it says, "Whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes, part potter's clay, part potter's clay and part iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, as the toes of the feet were part iron and part clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. So that represents two things, being divided and then being partly strong and partly broken. So you got countries that have more authority than the others.
That's right.
Right? And that's, you know, that's really going, the foot of it is going into the time period we're in now. Right? With America, NATO, and the EU.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because back then you had what? The 7 heads and the 10 horns. You know?
Yep.
What you got?
Luke 11 and 17.
Oh, go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 11 and verse 17, and it reads, "But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth."
Well, there you go. And this is what you are witnessing. And this is what we're telling you, right? Telling you through the Spirit. Oh, this place is through. And this place is going to be made a desolation. Now, can you also get Isaiah 47 as well? And so you could jump down, because there's a point that I wanted to hit. It's back on you, brother.
Start with Psalm 64.
2. Start at 2.
Yep. It's the Psalms chapter 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Right. So this is what, you know, King David is saying. Look, Lord, you know, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. You know, and you go back into the history of dealing with King David, bro, you had people come. Look, you had David's son coming against him. What is it? Absalom. Absalom was trying to kill him. You had Saul. You see, and that's so you had different things happening at that time. You see, but there was the counsel of the wicked trying to destroy King David. You see, and since we're in that like spirit, as we're trying to get the sure mercies of David, look, we're asking the Lord, can you hide us from the secret counsel of the wicked? Because the counsel of the wicked is to what? To destroy us, Jake. Right? They want us on a platter. But they're doing it through what? Different ways. They're using, and a lot of it, how they are, you know, prevailing with it. I mean, we know it's all through the Most High. But it's what? Through what? Their witchcraft, through their enchantments. Pushing the narrative of what? Fear.
Right? Because, hey, really, they don't have anything against us. They send their spies and their agents to try to spy out our liberty. All they see is brothers teaching, going to work, might hang out here and there, but we really just doing the word, man. They just see us living by the word, so they have to build, they have to build a narrative against us, man. You know, they have to, because they really have nothing on us.
Yeah, they have to forge a lie.
I got a precept on it. This is Psalms chapter 50 and verse 19. It says, Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Right? So when you frame something, you kind of put something in perspective, right? You actually have something called media framing, right? Where they will paint certain like, say you got a reality TV show, they'll try to make all the celebrities seem like they're normal people, right? Or they'll to give you a perception, oh, they're normal like me. You know, they have they do the same things we do, right? But it's all a facade. You know, they'll give you one side of the story when you're watching the news, so that you can think according to their perspective, right? So they basically box you in and force you to think to what they want you to think, man. Right? So they frame deceits.
That's the powerfulness of that word inculate. That word inculate. I'm gonna have to probably get that precept. It says to instill an attitude, idea, or habit by persistent instruction.
There you go.
To teach someone an attitude, idea, or habit by persistent instruction. So that's what he does, okay? He consistently tells you something. It says to instill, to implant, or to fix, to engender, to promote, to drill into,
Right.
to indoctrinate.
So hey, you got the in the scriptures you have the parable of the seed and the sower, right? The sower and the seed, right? That seed is the word that's being implanted into your mind, but in like manner, on the left side of the spectrum, you got these different doctrines and falsehoods and false philosophies that this devil implants in people's mind every day through the things that you see and through the things that you hear, man. You know?
That's right. All right, whenever you're ready, Brother Les.
Keep moving. right, back in Psalms, chapter 64, verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their blows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shout at him and fear not.
Right, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, because the elect, all right, which is going to get the victory through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they're going to be seen as perfect in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, man.
Yeah.
Right? That's why the scripture says, blessed is he who the Lord imputeth not iniquity.
Yep.
Right? So they're trying to shoot in secret at the perfect. They're gonna demonize us. They're gonna try to tie us to terrorism. They're gonna say that we're a threat to society. Right? This is a national threat. You know, they're gonna make an excuse to come and pursue us.
Right. That's it. They repeat it over and over until it finally gets, people get indoctrinated. You know, it's like, I would say brainwashing, but we know we wash your brain with the scriptures. It's like he destroys your mind with this repetitive teaching or instilling of certain ideas. That's how the devil works. You know, whether somebody does something or not, the devil will make you believe it if you ain't on your P's and Q's, man. You know, you think about Gaddafi. He made the whole nation of America believe, or the whole country believe, that Gaddafi was a dictator and that his people needed saving from him. But when you see the videos of Gaddafi riding through, he didn't have no protection. He didn't have no bulletproof glass. He was sitting there in the car chilling, man. People didn't have to pay to live, to have people didn't have to pay for electricity. People didn't have to pay for education over there. So was Gaddafi really the dictator and the bad guy that this devil made you believe? No, he just wanted to change the currency to gold.
Yep.
And that was enough to kill him. You know, but that shows you how this devil repeats things over and over until the people accept and believe. And he's gonna do the same thing with the Hebrew Israelites. He's gonna say they're terrorists. They're whatever. They're committing treason, whatever you want to say. Until eventually, what? People believe this shit. And they're like, kill them. Get those niggas out of here. You know?
Go ahead, Brother Les.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Yeah.
They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
All right. So these devils, they encourage themselves in an evil manner, man. You know? They love doing wickedness. It says that they cannot get rest unless they cause something to fall, right? So every day, these devils wake up, like you brothers like to mention, wake up at the crack of dawn and go and stand in front of the Planned Parenthood and tell you how much you can kill your unborn fetus today.
Yeah. Hey, what is it? What they just passed a law where now they'll mail people abortion pills, man. You know, and now it's made legal where after 10 weeks a woman can get rid of her child. After 10 weeks of conception, man.
Yeah, and then they got at Hollywood, like California, where that's gonna be the abortion zone. Like basically, if women, if their state is banned where they can't have abortions,
They can move there.
they'll fly you. No, they'll fly you out there where you can get your abortion done. You know, hey, this place is wicked, man.
It's wicked.
You know,
And that's just a tactic to what? Population control.
Wickedness is being population control, right? But this is how wickedness is being uplifted. See, this is the counsel of the wicked. These are the things that he do. But here it is. You people think that this man is you think he's God. You know, you think he's the righteous. You see? You still got some more on that?
Yep.
Go ahead.
But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow suddenly. They shall be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
And look, and that's what we're talking about, though. When we talk about how the internet is exposing them, how we're talking about how Edomites, right, is exposing Edomites, or Edomites that used to be a part of the system, so to speak. Now they're against the system because they feel guilty.
Yeah.
They're exposing all the different crime and wicked shit that be going on.
Yeah, the
like,
white Edomite jumped out the window.
right, they you know, they used to be like, you know, I used to I used to be into this 20, 30, 40 plus years, and then be like, I can't do this shit no more. Like, this shit is crazy. You know, killing themselves. The one doctor who just exposed this, you know, things that's going on around the earth right now, they just kill her. You see what they do with their own kind? They have them study for years and do this and that, find different things that benefit them, and they just, you know what, kill them.
And that's a part of what the brother brought out. They established that diligent search. You got all these different fields of so-called science where they'll explore the body, the mind, right? How different people's minds work, and then they use it for wickedness. You know, because they might find some information that's helpful to society, but they use it for wickedness, man.
Yeah. Sure. Right. Oh, you got a little bit more?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's see. And all men shall fear, and shall declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doing.
Mm-hmm.
The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in him.
All right, that's other than that. But guess what? We are glad in Yahweh Shem Shah. We're going to continue to praise Yahweh Shem Shah because he has given what? He has given us this marvelous light. And when we was what? We was in the path of darkness. Right? The world, it still talk about the world is, woo, flag on a play. But you know, the world is covered in gross darkness. Right? You see the darkness on the people, man. Right? Even though you might think someone is, you know, an okay individual, you start to hear them when they open their mouth. You be like, whoa, your soul is black, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, did you just say what I think you just said, or you know, or is this your mindset? Right. Oh, you corrupted. You through. You're a cool individual, you know, but you through, man. You know.
And that broad way that leadeth to
The
destruction.
broad way to lead him to destruction. You know? Go ahead. I know you got something.
I'm holding a couple. I don't know where to start at. I'll start at this is Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3.
Yeah.
And it reads, the wicked are estranged from the womb.
Uh-huh.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yeah, and a lot of these devils, they're prepped off the rip to be devils, you know? Off the rip, man. They just come out lying, man, making up bullshit. Like a lot of these people, right? They regurgitate these lies that have been, have been pushed on them. Mm-hmm. We even regurgitated the lies that have been pushed on us through the public full system, you know. But we came up out of that madness, and now it's so bad with the lies. You people start telling the truth about it. People just, you know, they're like, nah, like this is a fact. And you be like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong, and your history will prove it. You know? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. And it reads, but I have made Esau bared. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Oh, well, let's use it like this. Let's dealing with the left hand priesthood, the so-called Illuminati, right? They was fully covered. Nobody didn't know who they was. People didn't really know they exist. But now you hear that. Random people just say Illuminati this, Illuminati that. You know, you'll hear Jake be like, Jay-Z's in the Illuminati. No, the nigga is not. He is not a part of the Illuminati. Now, is he a puppet for the left-hand side? Absolutely. But
He ain't calling no shots.
ain't no one that's an Israelite will never be in that what do I want to call him?
Brotherhood, I
That
guess.
brotherhood, that secret society. No, you got to be a devil.
One of them high seats.
You got to be an Edomite. Even the levels of Cardi B, right? They do play a major role on the witchcraft and the minds of our people, yes. Okay? But according to Ease and them standards, they low-level pawns, man.
Yeah.
Because they can form them at any given time with whoever. You know? But the witchcraft is so strong, the effect of it can corrupt the mind of millions of the people on this side.
Yeah, Jay-Z ain't finna be up there, sitting up there arguing with the top dude in the Illuminati
Oh.
about what he wanted to happen. It ain't happening.
No, it ain't. Not even a 10th in line.
Yeah, no.
You know?
No, that upper echelon, you know, he gotta speak to somebody who can speak to somebody who can speak to somebody.
Yeah.
If they even want to, you know what I'm saying, even deal with the nigga questions.
You got to talk to somebody outside of the gate.
Oh, hell
You
yeah.
know, a person that's just cleaning outside of the gate, cleaning the stones outside just because they want the stones clean. No, nigga, you ain't
Yeah.
can't come across that gate.
Nope.
You know?
That's why he did it. I believe that's why he did that song, Still Nigga.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
All
yeah.
that money.
Yeah,
It's
it's
still a nigga.
yeah.
No matter,
Yeah.
you know, sold, did all this shit.
Yeah. Edomite had another Edomite had an interview with him when he was like, he's like, do you have all? He's like, did you ever have different, conversations about basically like money and different things that's going on? And he said, as soon as you started to speak about different matters, it's like it looked at him like, nigga, no. Why are you speaking?
What are you talking about?
Like, what you know what I'm saying? No, all they want is
Shut your ass up.
sing us one of those songs of Zion.
Dance.
Sing,
Keep chucking it.
dance, play sports, do that shit.
Entertainers, nigga.
Dance, boy.
Yeah. But any of the re-educating, uplifting, right, of our people, right, economically, yeah, all these things. Oh no, that's a wrap.
Yeah, like when you go into that guy, what's his name, Alex Jones. He actually snuck into the Bohemian Grove, and what he was saying is when he saw them doing that, call it the cremation of care, right, where they said he basically thought he saw Donald Glover, who was down there also, but they was being all racist and making racist remarks towards him also. So
Danny.
So even if you are so called in that secret society or being used by them, you still a nigga to them, man. You're still Goyim, as they like to call you, man.
Yeah.
Did you mean actual Donald Glover, the guy who's also a rapper, or you mean Danny?
No,
Glover?
Danny,
actor,
right.
yeah.
But on the
But that's like that anchor woman years ago. Which was it, LeBron James? She said.
Shut up and dribble.
You know?
Yeah, when he was talking about the political matters when Jake was getting shot down on the street unjustly.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, we on the other hand is like, look, man, y'all Jake, right? Y'all the soul of the earth. Yeah, we the best dancers, we the best singers, we the best athletes, we the best this and that. Even when you see other people around the world that may not have the skin complexion as Jake, but they the shit. Like they the top of the line. More than likely they Jake. But you're special. You're a chosen people. So you're supposed to conduct yourselves in the like manner as how Yahweh Shai instructed us to do. Coming back into your heritage. So when we start talking about things like that, your heritage, the way the Most High wants you to be. Because y'all all say, I want to thank God, and when y'all get these trophies and championships and different awards and all that, when y'all make it to certain levels, y'all all say that. But what God you talking about? Well, which one? Oh, because it's the God of this world. It ain't talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because if that was the case, you would agree to what we're saying, or being a secret disciple, or whatever the case may be. Right? Point is, we're saying that, you are a special people and you got to repent. Right? You got to turn from your rebellion against Yahweh Shai. But E is going to say, look, do this, do that. Be beneficial to my, be beneficial to my my thoughts, my ideas, my plans. Right?
Right. You want to be in the like mind of the Lord Yahweh. He said, "I come to know you not that I'm about my Father's business."
Right.
If we the sons of the Lord named us Israel, man, which means Prince of the Power. So if we the sons of the Most High, then we supposed to be about the Most High, man.
That's
Right?
It is my meat to do the will of him that sent me.
Give me Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Can you read Isaiah 58 and 3 one more time so I can make a point?
This is Psalms. Oh wait, you want me to read Isaiah again? Isaiah 47? Is that what you want me to read?
No, Psalms 58 and 3. Born speaking live.
Gotcha. This is Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Right.
Yeah, so as soon as the devil come out. So when the devil come out, he's speaking lies, man.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. That's what I want to say. Thou shalt not surely die. That's what I'm looping it around to. Thou shalt not surely die. So he's giving our people this anti-Messiah mindset as if there's no consequences for it. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling our people. Thou shalt not surely die. You good. You good.
He'll make it sound sweet too, like it says what the wicked are. They basically their words were smoother than butter, man.
Yeah, but war was in his heart.
War was in his heart.
So what does that mean? He knows that there's a war going on. He knows the war. But Jake, like you said, Jake don't know they got enemies. Jake don't know they in captivity. Jake don't know there's a war going on. So how you going to prepare if you don't even know that a war is going on? Right? How you going to prepare? You get marched on. Right? But nobody in the watchtower. They just marching to you. They down, everybody just feasting. You know? By the time you look up, the ram, what is it called? A rampart? A rampart is coming right through the wall or through y'all gates.
Right, I got that precept by the quote.
Because y'all chose the feast, because y'all chose the mirth. Instead of what? Being on being on guard, being on watch. Watching for the different things that's happening around the earth. Or hearkening to the men of the Lord to serve as the prophets. Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Right, so you can't tell that war is in his heart because what? He's speaking so smooth to you. Right? The nigga, like, look at the nigga Biden. Biden finessed y'all, right? Let's just use the example of the student loan thing. Here it is back in February, the payments start again. You got finessed.
Yeah.
The nigga literally said, you know what? I'm what is it, 10,000?
Yeah, 10,000.
It's 10,000 each person, the student loans. I'm gonna knock that off. Niggas is like, yeah, mad nigga. For him to come back a year later or a year and some change later and say, y'all got to pay that shit, man. What? Nigga just reading it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nigga,
man.
what?
Hypocrite.
You know?
Right.
But I mean, and that's just an example, but there's many more things of how there's a war on the people's mind and they don't even see it happening before they ask. Go ahead, bro.
It says his words were softer than oil, yet were there drawn swords.
You know? Back of his minds. Think about what? How he can overthrow you. Back of his minds. He's playing chess, right? He's 4 or 5 steps ahead of how he can trap this king. That's how he's playing it. So what? How he's laying snares and traps for Jake. How can I continue to trap them up? How can I continue to keep them in rebellion? Somebody give me Isaiah 59. How can I keep them in sin?
Yeah. Sirach or Ecclesiastes 12 and 16 says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Right, how do you get a king that's heavily protected? Right? You become his friend. So you can get close to him. If he knows you're his enemy, you're never getting nowhere near him. Never. But you become his friend. Because this is how a lot of Jake, even in the world, get what? They get killed or betrayed or finessed or however the situation be, because this person that was covetous of you, he said, you know what?
I'm gonna be his friend.
I'm gonna be his friend. This is my way to enter
Make
in.
him trust me.
I'm gonna make him trust me.
That happened to me before, man. Before I knew any better, nobody never taught me the game, man. I ran across a dude. He was like, oh yeah, from the same neighborhood, all this other shit. Let him come in the house, man. Nigga took my shit. Took my little new iPod I just bought and everything, man. I looked up like, this is some hoe ass shit.
Yeah.
I told him I smiled in my face. He ain't do it aggressively or nothing. He just out like a thief in the night with my shit.
Right. Just like you seen the example, a lot of brothers know. You good, brother. Paid in full, right? Paid in full. So when you're dealing with Mitch, right? In Alpo, you know, which Cameron played Alpo, if y'all know paid in full. What happened when Rich went to jail, or Mitch in the movie? It was a scuffle that went down, and Alpo stood up for him. But that was a sign of, I got you, bro. Like, you good when you in here around me. That's how you can create a friendship or a bond. But later down the line, see what happened to him. He got finessed. He got, tricked. You know?
got the definition for.
That's what I do, right?
I think so. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
trying
it.
to
Go
remember.
ahead.
Yeah, they just switched the names up in the movie.
No, yeah. Okay.
I got the definition for the word serpent because we was talking about the serpent in the garden.
Yeah.
The one thing that he did do, and that this devil does, is he'll put a little bit of truth in there.
Yeah.
But he'll throw the bullshit up in there too, like he does with his former kid. You know. So he basically told her, "Oh, you're not gonna surely die." This was a straight up lie. And then he said, "What?" Well, he said, "For the Most High know that you shall be as gods, knowing both good and evil." Which that part was true. You're gonna be like the angels, and you're gonna understand both sides of the spectrum. But he lied about the dying part. So I got the word for serpent here from the Google. It says a sly or treacherous person, especially one who exploits a position of trust in order to betray it. You know? But this devil will tell you all types of smooth things to get on your good side. Like the brother said, right? He'll humble himself, right, to try to get on your good side, and then he'll betray you. You know, look at all the peace treaties with Gad, man. All of them broken, man. Oh,
Yeah.
we're just gonna trade over here, and you'll be over there, we'll be over here, and then they'll go massacre Gad.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's like what bro said, you know, because pimps do the same thing. You know, what they do is they show you that they care about you to make you lower your defenses.
Feel
and
love.
if they have a ulterior motive, that's the perfect time to strike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A pimp will go buy a bunch of shit for a woman, and then later on, now all of a sudden he's doing bad. He needs some money back. Oh, why don't you go make it back for me? You know what I'm saying? Oh, it said though he come weeping, okay, yet he seeketh how to throw thee in the ditch. So he can come crying and, oh, I just want to secure for your safety, brother. You know, why don't you do this thing? In actuality, he's trying to kill your ass.
And this is what he is. This is what the serpent have done to Jake, and Jake have been beguiled. You see, he have became your friend. See, the scripture says, "Never trust thy enemy." Never trust thy enemy. And what Jake have done? Jake trusted their enemy. Somebody get Isaiah chapter 36. That's what the scriptures say. It doesn't say it for no reason, but Jake forgot who their enemy was. So they're not aware who he is. So how can they be on the lookout if they don't know who he is? They don't think to them, an enemy doesn't not even exist. It doesn't come to their mind. Enemy. We don't have enemies. You know?
Look at history though.
Enemies, but what Jake would do is they'll look past the history and say, nigga, the enemies is ourselves. Which is true. Because guess what? Now the focus is on Jake. It's not even on E. Who is the enemy who's destroying you by the weight of all methods? We ain't talking about just gun violence. Because that's how Jake do. Jake kill each other, gun violence. But the nigga E, oh, he doing more than he doing way more than that. You know, he's destroying you all around, bro.
Yeah, and the thing about the devil is he does it subtly. He does it in a way that Jake don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, Psalms 83 ain't there for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole secret agenda on how to cut you off from being the nation. But since Jake don't understand that, all they can see is what's happening actively. I just seen these nigga women, they walked into a beauty supply that another Jake owned, and they sprayed it with pepper spray and stole her wigs.
Yeah.
And when they went to go do an interview, it was Jake that had let them in, you know, let the cops in. So it just goes to show you, they'll do that to their own kind. But you know what I'm saying? They won't do that to the heathens, man.
But you leaving out. What did you leave out? One girl walked in there with a baby.
Yep.
Other one was pregnant.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, going back to the serpent ideas, they was tricked to go steal all those different wigs, right? Even though you can make a lot of money off the wigs, but why? Because our women have been, somebody give me Proverbs 30. Proverbs 30. Because they've been tricked and beguiled by the serpent that their hair is the worst hair ever. And it's the opposite.
It's not.
So, you know, and then they forget the fact that the Lord cursed them, right? For being what? The disobedient. You so-called Negro women, so-called African-American women, y'all the head tribe. Y'all the tribe of Judah. You know, of the women. Don't get twisted. You know? But of the women, y'all the tribe of Judah. Why y'all think y'all don't got no hair? Why you think the Lord, you know, put that crown and scab on y'all? Or the scab of the crown. Took y'all hair from y'all because that's y'all glory. and y'all know y'all missing that. So what did y'all resort to? $400 wig,
A fake glory.
a fake glory. AI, as you see, not the AI, but as you see what E's about to push,
Prosthetic. It's a
yeah, well,
prosthetic.
E's about to push with this whole AI system, this all alternative shit, right? It's going to be what? A lot of folks' glory.
Oh,
That's what he's trying to do. So before we get too far, you got that Proverbs 30 and 3?
33. Yep.
I believe it's 3.
Okay.
Envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, or is that 31? Try 31 and 3. Envy not the oppressor and choose none of his. Well, I just said it. Scripture says, envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. And this is what our people have done collectively, all the tribes, man and woman. Right? Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes Chapter 12 and verse 10. And it reads, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Right, so it's his wickedness. You know, a lot of times you be thinking that rust be gone, that rust still be there. Right? Let it get wet one more time. Let it get wet one time. Right? It ain't gonna have that glare, it ain't gonna have that shine no more. Rust gonna appear like it never left.
Yeah, I experienced that. I had something I was trying to paint, and I had sanded it down to the bare metal, but I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about it. Getting the rust treatment and the different things you can get to stop the rust from spreading or slow it down, I should say. And I just painted over it. Man, that paint started peeling and the rust started coming back. You know what I'm saying? It cracked. It was worse than it was before. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta treat that shit. And right now, he has the fatness of the earth, so his rust ain't all the way been showing. But now that oil's being taken away from his ass, you know what I'm saying? On the carnal side, his rust, his wickedness is coming through, man.
You got it?
Hey, look at over there in Australia. You see that devil? They ain't getting their shit, and what they doing over there? Is it Australia?
Australia, yeah.
Yeah, them devils ain't getting their fatness. Soon as they told them they couldn't go get no food, they hit the streets on their
In the
ass.
streets, yeah.
3 and 31.
3 and 30?
3 and 31.
Bring it out, yeah. I ain't bring that scripture out. There's some dust off of that joint. You know? You got no, you should just read out your phone, bro. It's quicker.
It's one of the ones that you sneeze when you pull it out real
Yeah,
quick.
I ain't read that in a minute. I used to, younger in the face, I used to always read those joints. Him be not their presser choose none of his ways, man. You know? And look, his ways is death. Ultimately, on the outside, you like, you know, shiny, glittery, you know. But the inside, bro, woo-wee. Hey, it ain't where it's at. Go ahead.
And that scripture is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Uh-huh.
Envy thou not the oppressor,
Yep.
and choose none of his ways. For the forward is abomination to the Lord.
Right, so envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, man. And the ways of this devil is death. And what way is he trying to get lead Jacobs in now? This whole AI digital system. You know, this whole digital system which is leading to, you know, the MOTB.
Trying to get you to bow the knee.
Anyway, trying to get you to bow the knee right, saying this is the way. Your God is not the way. You can follow the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob if you want to, but we have the way.
Surely that turning the things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
That's right. That's right.
That's how he feels, you know. And that's what it says. He said, he literally tells the Most High that you ain't formed me the way you say you formed me. Nigga, I was formed like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Big Bang.
Yeah.
Primordial soup.
I got
You
this
gotta
real
be
quick.
tripping on some shit to come up with some primordial soup. Go ahead,
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgressed about wine.
4. Start at 4.
Start at 4. Okay, right. It says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
Man, it's his soul which is lifted up. You know? His pride is on what? His pride is on high. You know? Go ahead.
It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You know, so backing up what the bro was saying, he is as hell and as death. His ways are the ways of death, man.
God, and the grave was never empty. The grave is never empty or
Never
full.
satisfied.
Never, the grave is never full. There's always a woman. Oh, you can find a hole right there. There's a hole over here. Matter of fact, you need to further them deeper, and you can stack them. That nigga's never satisfied, man. You know?
What you got, brother? Top of the yard? You holding something?
This is.
I'll read.
Yep, this
Go
is
ahead.
Salah. This is Isaiah 36 and verse 6.
Mm.
It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him."
Right, so you trust in a system that is on a respirator, man. You trust in a system that's on life support, you know? When someone is brain dead, they're literally on life support, bro. Right? They're not breathing on their own. The machine is breathing for them. This is what you're witnessing, right? This is what you're witnessing. You know, and what do they usually ask family members? You
Pull the plug.
you ready to pull? Yeah, you ready to pull the plug? Like, you know, everybody gathered in a hospice. You know, what is this? This is where E is at. This is where E is at. Okay, and he knows that. So what does it say in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12? Right? He knows he got a short time. So what? He's about to come down with great wrath. Y'all don't understand of what's actually taking place here. He's about to come down with great wrath, and when he do, you gonna know he's the devil. See, you people just say, "Oh, y'all tripping. Y'all always say the white man's the devil." Okay, because if you knew what we knew, you would call this nigga the devil too. You know, you walk into a store. What did I just get? I got some. I forgot I just bought some in the store, but it said organic. But no one's paying attention to say, well, why is shit on the shelves or in the grocery store say organic? Because if that's organic, then what the hell is that?
Right.
What is that?
It's funny you say that. I bought some organic blueberries. They was on sale at this place, and I ate them, and I thought I got a hint of a taste of chlorine. And I said to myself, okay, so it's organic according to certain standards, but you ain't got to use filtered water. You could just use the chlorinated water and just water them same shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because technically that's not bad water, and you know,
Yeah.
so it's like
Hey,
shit.
But chlorine was used for what? It was used for biological poisoning during the war, during the Vietnam War.
Yeah. Then you got the false drug administration, right? They approve all the bullshit in the world. But then here it is, things that are healthy for you. They say, well, not false drug administrated, approved.
Right. It was that same administration that issued that law for the abortion bills.
Yeah, we are brothers out.
It was the same administration.
Yeah, because we get a strike. You know we get a
The
strike.
fallacies and deceit administration.
The fallacies and the deceit administration. Right? Yeah, you gotta keep us on that one.
Lies and deceit.
Because that's what it is. You know? But we say the devil. We say he's the devil for many. We'll be here all day. The reason why he's the devil. You know?
Yeah, man. It's,
On the organic seeds, things like you were saying, here's something to think about. Even though it's just a label, you can't really trust them with labels either.
Yeah, you know.
Look for organic and non-GMO at the same time. Because they can take a GMO seed and grow it organic.
Great. That's crazy.
Right? Like they.
hey, look, all I know is the scripture say you're going to eat your
bread
brown bread
among the Gentiles. So you know what I'm saying?
Look, if hyperinflation coming, you're going to be through trying to get it.
Right.
But we better eat that GMO strawberry, nigga. Better
Oh.
better wash that hoe off or something. Shit, you bullshit.
See, listen off.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, it's gonna come a day. It's already kind of like that.
Yes.
You eat grapes. You like, nigga, I think I tasted the seed, nigga. That one might have been actually good for me, nigga. How you know? Man, fuck this place, man. You know? Hey, it is what it is, man. You know? That's crazy. You gotta look for non-GMO and organic.
Right.
You're right, because organic is just a way of growing that don't use chemical fertilizers. Yeah. Could be that motherfucker be spliced with a spider monkey. But the nigga ain't put no pesticides on that bitch. That's some bullshit. Nigga, that spider monkey was good, nigga. Yeah, he did some bullshit, man. The foul bread.
You know? Hey, but see, this is why we trust. We gotta continue. We gotta trust in Yahweh Shem Shai,
You
man.
can't eat spider monkeys. Let me just clear that up. That's unlawful.
You gotta trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, everything we do, everything we eat, we pray over it. You know, and we ain't like the so-called Christians do, man. In Jesus' name, amen. Eating pork, no, man.
Eat the sample.
You know what I'm saying?
Pork chop.
No, not.
We do the real halal, man.
Yeah, facts.
The real halal, because you got something called halal meats. What halal means what? To praise or to pray over, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Or the Islam people will use it as permissible by the Islamic faith.
Yep.
You know?
Yep, that's it.
And we call it that to an extent because we know they don't eat pork. But you gotta watch because according to their book, they can eat
Shrimp,
they can eat
lobsters,
shrimp, lobsters, and things like that. So their dietary law is not the same as our dietary law. You know?
It's corrupted.
It's
watered down.
That's right, brother. Corrupted.
Watered down. Ishmael ain't take all the notes when he left.
Yeah, right.
He wrote something down wrong.
Yeah, right. Jake,
He added it on when he left. Shake. I think that's what he said.
He was like, man, I'm gonna eat me some shrimp, man. Fuck that, I'm right there.
Jake be all high and mighty and shit. Yeah, we don't eat pork. But these niggas be at the steak and lobster house, and I be like, these niggas is so stupid, man.
Yeah, you'll see that too. They'll be like, they'll be niggas. This is like the main way it be. There'll be some niggas, you can tell, like they posting shit like they niggas.
Yeah.
I'm talking about out the hood,
Niggas.
grimy niggas.
Niggas.
But then they'll follow the little different things like, oh yeah, I went on a fast today. I'm gonna break my fast with this shrimp tonight. You be like, what the fuck? Yeah, they bring their little prayer rug and shit. Oh, they be devout. But they be niggas though, and they be eating that bullshit.
Yeah, you lucky.
Still roll up in there.
Yeah, you gotta watch, cause I was about to say something, but growing in the faith, but the Lord told us, somebody we're just gonna get in the scriptures. Get Deuteronomy 7. No, you already there. Get Deuteronomy 7. Is it 7? Where the Lord told us to burn all the idols and stuff? We just gonna get it. We go what the scriptures say about this shit. Not just these Muslim guys, all these religions and they idols and they crap. This is what the Lord told us to do, right? Lord ain't tell us to say,
7 and 25.
7 to 25.
725.
You get that, bro?
I got it.
Go ahead, brother.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 25. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them.
Yeah, so those graven images, the things that y'all had, right? These are some of the things that the heathen had. The Lord told us to burn them with fire. He ain't say, you know what? Just let them keep their shit. No. He said burn it, man. Go ahead.
That is on them, nor take in unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination, Slaki, to the Lord thy power.
Yeah, these things that they were into, these things that they had, that they was worshiping and praising, which they still do, right? It's an abomination. It'll be an abomination to us, and it will end up becoming what? A snare to us, And you see our people are what? They're in the snare, they're in the trap right now. Thinking they so they don't call themselves holy, but so I don't know what this is.
High and mighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake really be thinking they devout and they are set apart, okay, but they still set apart unto wickedness. They're not, honestly, they do in a way think they holy. Scriptures say what?
Okay, yeah.
Turn thee out of, exactly. Cause the Holy One of Israel to turn out of the path. So they think that they are, I am holier than thou.
They ain't ready to die about that shit though.
Oh man, these.
You know what I'm saying? Jake, we talking about Jake. We talking about Moran. Them niggas over there ready to die about that.
Yeah, now let me correct you. Jake would die against another Jake for it. They'll kill your ass over it.
Yeah,
You
I
got
know what you're
certain
saying.
Jakes, man. I was watching this one clip, man, from this guy. He always be messing with folks inside of the store.
Yeah.
Like an Arab.
Yeah.
He gave this one dude a flower. He was like, alhamdulillah, and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Nigga was up there, come outside, nigga, Jake be ready to do that shit.
Yeah, he do. I seen
Yeah,
him.
you know what I'm talking about.
He
These
be
niggas,
cutting up.
man, they be ready to
Dude
do
be
shit.
cutting up, hit him with the fake mustard bottle.
Yeah.
He gonna watch.
Oh, he be doing crazy shit. He be trying to get killed. But
Yeah.
no, you know, you got Jake. They'll come against. Remember that one nigga? Remember that one nigga who came against us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. They'll come up to us like that, and they'll be ready to die and kill for the cause. But as far as killing themselves for them 100 virgins, nah, they ain't with that. They ain't with that. They ain't finna go do no jihad.
No, yeah, right. What you got, bro?
4 or 5.
What do you call them?
Kamikaze.
Yeah, get that real
Yeah,
quick. Yeah.
Them
Yeah,
Ammonites.
they ain't finna do no kamikaze.
Let's get back on point with some shit. Stuff. Let's
Straight
get
up.
back on point with some.
I love it. Give me 100 virgins. Nigga had a bomb strap. Ready.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power command me that ye should do so, in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Yeah, so the Lord has given us ways to live. You know, He has given us the ways to live. He has given us ways to conduct ourselves. You know how we operate the earth. All these things are manageable through the Holy Scriptures. That's how these things are to be managed. And we see when people go outside of our disobedience, right? So we went outside of what the Lord commanded us and told us to do. Now look, right? Look at the state of us as a people. Look at the state of the earth. Everything is affected. Everything. You know? And that's what happens. Right? Now you got this devil with there's no law, no truth in the land. Right? Now look at the earth. Look at everything. Everything is infected. This nigga got, what is it called? We got a penal code. All the shit he got. Whatever E's whole law
Oh yeah,
system
he got a
has.
bunch of shit. He got building codes,
Penal codes. Yeah.
He got all this stuff, but look at the earth.
zoning.
He has in America alone, there's over 40,000 laws written.
I still haven't figured out what is color of law. What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's 40,000 laws written. How you supposed to know if you transgress one of them?
Right.
That's how they can get you to, oh, we got you on this law, we got you on that one, this one, that one, that one.
Yeah.
Like, damn. How are we supposed to learn all this?
There's
You
no
know?
way.
There's no way.
He set it up like that so that you couldn't learn and combat it. You know, that's how he set it up.
Yeah.
Beat, so you should be.
Yeah. What is that? Isaiah chapter 10 and 1. A wall to him that decree unrighteous decrees which he prescribed.
Yep.
You know, a lot of things that he had written down is to really trap you up. It's to cover his ass and trap you up. You know?
Straight up.
Cover all the wicked deeds that he has set forth so he can continue to thrive in the earth and then keep you down.
Yeah.
And then when he do the shit, he found a loophole, he good, right? But when you do the shit and you found a loophole, nigga, you ain't still good.
Yeah. It's like that whole Kabbalah thing, if I'm not mistaken, where they gotta announce what they do before they do it or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's in the
Cabal,
cabal. Yeah, the cabal. They'll tell you what they're gonna do to you before they do it.
Before
So
they
that way, to them, because they told you, they justified.
Yeah. It's like a left hand like prophesy. That's what they do with the predictive program.
That's wicked.
It's like a non-disclosure agreement or like they give you them little motherfucking things where you gotta sign them.
Yeah.
If you get injured, you will not hold us liable to sue us.
Yeah.
You gotta sign it. Everything comes with that. Now, do you agree?
Yeah.
Check yes to agree. If your ass don't agree, you ain't getting this app. You don't agree, you ain't getting the little shit.
Terms
You
and
do-
agreement. Terms and
Yeah,
conditions.
terms and conditions. That's it. There be so much shit in there. Nobody read that shit, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get a lawyer
And a
just to go
magnifying
over it,
glass.
just to understand the shit, man. For an app, you be like, man, fuck it. Meanwhile,
Do what you do, motherfucker.
yeah, do it. Then whatever you do.
Hoping you ain't saying no
Oh,
bullshit.
nigga, meanwhile, nigga got the keys. Nigga got the keys. He know everything now.
my God, that's fucked
Accessing
up.
your camera and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, it'll say It'll say something like X app not to allows the track or exit not to track you or something like that.
Do not track location.
Bro.
Do you want to use location services?
And they still track you.
Bro, sometimes they'll get you like, okay, well, we're gonna show you what stores nearby, so won't you allow location access? Nah, nigga. I GPS that shit. You can kill yourself. I go to Google Maps, nigga. I find the closest location that way.
What you got?
You gotta allow Google to have access to your microphone in order for you to say where you want to go.
Yeah, I know.
When you hit the microphone, if you ain't got they ain't doing it.
Yeah, fuck it.
You know the niggas is listening.
Siri. What that piece of Milan is closed?
Alexa.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. And it says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
What they do, yeah.
So that's what they do, and they take away the rights of the people through these unrighteous decrees, these draconian laws, man. You know, hey, man, they've been slowly taking away rights for years, man, to the point where you really ain't got none. Let an emergency situation come through. You can't fight it. And then not to mention when you go into the court, you ain't even under the law of the land. You're under maritime.
Oh my gosh. Oh my bro.
Fuck, nigga.
Mate, man.
Wait a minute. So now we under naval law.
We in the sea.
Yeah, it's
We
crazy.
on a fucking
technically the
sheet,
sea.
a ship.
Yeah, nigga. I thought we was on the land last time I checked.
Well, then remember Washington D.C. is not even part of the United States.
No.
I forget what they call it, but it's not.
Sovereign.
You know,
something like that.
You know, so just
That's
imagine.
probably why they call it the District of Columbia.
The District of Columbia. Yeah. That's what I thought the DC stood for.
Yeah, District of Columbia.
District
So
of
just
Columbia.
imagine what they could do there.
It's set up like the Vatican.
man.
Like the Vatican's set up the same way.
Vatican, yeah. Because what DC's the military, the Vatican is not. I think it's
religious.
The religious church.
And
And
what's the
London-
financial?
London
London financial.
Because London have all the nation's gold stockpiled in their bank.
See.
But you can't take your if you go to request to take your gold out, they give you a slip of paper. You know, so yeah, London's.
What Judge Dredd say? He said, "I am the law." I am the law. That's how these devils is, man. You ain't gotta worry about man. Look, the Federal Reserve, we in debt to a private organization on American soil.
The moment you be born on that birth certificate.
Oh, somebody get 1 Corinthians. We are bought with a price.
You can't just walk. You can't just walk in the Federal Reserve.
Because that's the debt. That's the debt we should be concerned about. You know, of who we really owe. You know, because he don't owe us. Don't get it twisted. He don't owe us nothing. You know, well we owe somebody. Give Romans 12:1, Biblical Shaw. You know, because we owe the Lord. We screwed up. You know, we went outside. We went outside the house. We were that home wrecker. No, not the home wrecker. No, he's the home wrecker. You know, because we the woman.
The harlot. We played the harlot.
So, yeah.
I'm trying to think of something funny to say too, but I can't think of it. What's something to call her? You damn hoe. That's all I can think of. We was that adulterous wife.
Yeah,
There's a
right,
nation.
right.
Basically, it's still almost
Still,
the same thing. It's still a home record.
Still like a home record, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, though. First Corinthians.
Was it 6 or 7?
1 Corinthians 6.
All right, got you.
I believe it's not verse 19.
Yep. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and I'll start at verse 19. It says, "What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit which is in you, which ye have of the Most High, and ye are not your own?
Go ahead.
For ye are bought with a price.
So we are bought with a price.
Therefore glorify the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which are the Most High."
How you gonna glorify the Most High in your body if you ain't dwelling with wisdom? How you gonna glorify the Most High in your body if you were always in a state of corruptness, in a state of a brute beast, in a state of darkness? How? Right? You just laden with iniquity.
Right. I got the word for temple, right, in the etymology dictionary. Because when you go into it, the Most High owns us, man. Right?
Yeah, right.
He owns us. all the Israelites, he owns us. Now he owns everything, but we are that sacred people unto him.
Yeah.
Right?
He put his name on us.
He put his name on us, man. So let me grab this from the etymology dictionary, and I'm gonna try to get to the point. It says, commonly referred to tent, meaning to cut, or notion of place reserved or cut out, right? So when you make a building, you'll draw the line out and you'll cut it out. You might get a can of spray paint. You'll draw the line. All right, we're gonna go this many feet this way, this many feet that way, right? And you'll what do we have it? You'll draw the property line, right? This is mine. I'm cutting this out.
Yeah.
This is mine.
Yeah.
This is sacred ground right here, right? Because the temple is where you worship, right? But the Most High is worshipped through His people. It says,
How the Most High gonna be laying up in your temple, or in the temple, and it's all filthy. It's harlots everywhere.
Right.
You know, that's why the scripture said, "Wisdom will not enter into a malicious soul, nor the soul that's subject unto sin."
right?
Because the Lord can't dwell with that. You know.
Right. It says the notion being perhaps to stretch strings that mark off the ground, right? This says from the Greek, tomatoes, sacred area around the temple, right? So we are the temple of the Most High, right? The Lord has chosen us, right, out of the rest of the people of the earth, man.
Yeah, it's getting wet, too wet.
You know,
Like the front of it.
Messed up a little bit.
right? So the Lord sanctified our nation, man. We were made holy by the law, statutes, and commandments.
Separate,
Right?
Yep.
Separate, man. So just like a person would carve out a spot for where he's gonna put his house, right? Like this is mine. All that over there is yours, but this is mine. That's what the Lord did with His people.
That's why some people they just to make it to solidify extra is what they make a fence. They get a fence.
They make a fence. They,
You know?
they put up box shrubs to separate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It talked about how the Most High dug out this garden and
Yeah.
he hedged it up with hedges.
Perfect. That's perfect. Yep.
Yeah. Or when you go to the scriptures, somebody get
Where is that in Isaiah?
get cluster, right? Type in cluster and go to second entrance and get it. And get a vine. And you'll get choice vine and then go to
That was the other one that was over there, and that one too.
get choice vine and get cluster. That cluster of grapes that the Lord kept. Because that's what we basically going into. You know? Who got that Romans 12?
I get it.
Israel was his
You got it.
precious.
Yeah, you got
Yep. Romans 12.
12:1.
12:1, yeah. Cause we was talking about we had bought with a price, you know. But how you gonna show, that you're trying to pay on that debt, so to speak, you know? How you gonna show you trying to pay on that debt, you know? Go ahead, brother.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
Right, so it's by the mercies of Yahweh that we're able to even present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Because this got to be put on your spirit to do this. You just don't wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and I'm going to go out through the highways and byways and teach my people. No. It don't work like that. Go ahead.
Holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service.
What's your reasonable service? Okay? Presenting your body as a living sacrifice is your reasonable service. Okay? Look, the least you can do. Present your body as a living sacrifice is not going to church singing gospel songs talking about that's praising the Lord. What?
And then to walk outside and still light up a cigarette like everything's cool.
You know, like Mary, are you crazy? You know? No, man. Kirk Franklin. Get the hell up out of here with that shit.
With his Jerry Curl and his Christmas outfit on.
Damn.
Yeah, it was brought out. Kirk Franklin? Yeah, it was brought out.
Sweetie pie.
Kirk Franklin was molesting his child.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear that. That's wild.
Hebrews 6.
Yeah, he wore makeup and stuff too.
Yeah, he shot out.
Oh yeah, I think he be having like pink lipstick on.
Yeah.
Very light coating of that shit. You can tell though.
Yeah.
Hebrews 6 and 9 says, "But beloved, we are persuaded better things of you, and things that accompany salvation, though we thus speak. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end." So it's your reasonable service. You know what I'm saying? To make yourself a living sacrifice. You know, you give the Most High praise through the confessing of the words of your lips. All right? You do this labor. It's a labor of love.
Labor, but the labor of love is just more. What you see us out on the highways and byways each and every week through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shai. But labor also comes with what? Much studying.
Yeah.
You know, much studying. You know, a lot of different things. You know, spiritually turning the other cheek, separated from the world. Every aspect, because every day you're an Israelite. You know, every day. You know, it's just not on the weekends. You say, you know what, I'm not eating this and that on the weekends, and I'm gonna go back to my. Hell no. You know, the way you even operate in the world, you be like, you know, you just operate in a different spirit, and people will notice.
Yep, they'll see that spiritual aura on you.
They'll see you, you know. They'll be like, man, I don't something about this guy, man.
Yeah.
You know, something about this guy. Then don't let you start wearing your different jewelry from the jewelry maker. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Dang over here. You start wearing your different jewels. They really be like, what the hell?
What is that?
What is that?
Why you got that on?
Why you know?
What's that all about? Well, you believing in them crystals and stuff?
Yeah. You know, they'll different say, oh, you trying to tap into that power. You know, they'll say all types of things.
Yeah.
Well, Benjamin might say, you wear that over there, they be like, you working that magic.
Oh, well, yeah, different tribes, different stuff. You know, but see, I even had heathens come up to me, you know, people from India and different things like that, and they'll say, like, and they'll talk,
What do you know about the crystals?
they'll start talking about it. They be like, oh, I see you got on amethyst or woo, woo, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, see, a lot of them be knowing.
They be selling that shit too. Over
Yeah,
there.
that's what he
Real
said.
big. Elon, real big.
And he was like, I was like, well, you going to try and make something? And he was like, I don't make it no more. He said, it's very rare that he would like kind of like you to wear them still. I'm just like, but brothers in the faith, well, we're tapping them back into the things that belong to us, you know, from the Lord. You know, in the world, brothers wasn't wearing, you know, getting in the stones, you know what I'm saying? Lighting incense and shit. Now niggas was lighting incense from the corner stores because niggas was trying to get the weed smoke out their crib, but not the
blunt power.
You know what I'm saying?
The bullshit.
Yeah, the bullshit, but not to, you know, light incense, you know, to get spirits out the house, and, you know, that you know, sweet smells and Most High. Y'all know, chime in.
Yeah, well, it said that there was a thing full of odors, which is the prayers of the saints. You know, praying to the Most High. There was somebody who would burn incense to the Most High daily.
Yeah,
That was their whole thing in the temple. Was
yeah.
to burn incense.
yeah. What?
Was it
Davy's
Elkanah
dad.
or who?
Oh, somebody's dad was doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, was it John? That was John's dad.
Was it? That was his
Yeah,
duty
that was
in
John
the
the Baptist's
temple.
dad.
Yeah, yep, that's it. Wasn't his name Elkanah?
No,
I can't
that's
remember.
That's Samuel.
Oh, okay.
Samuel.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm talking about John. You talking about his dad's name?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
John's dad's name.
Yeah, because John.
Zechariah.
Exactly.
You talking about John the Baptist?
Yeah, that's what he's at.
No, John the Baptist's dad is Zechariah.
Right.
Okay, Con, yeah. No, you talking about who I was mentioning. I was saying Elkanah.
Elkanah,
You
Samuel.
said that was Samuel's dad.
Oh yeah, all kind of assembly.
Yeah, Con. But yeah. So his father, that was his duty, was to burn incense in the temple.
Yeah.
That's the one who got smitten with he couldn't speak.
He couldn't speak. Yeah.
Until his son was born.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
He had to write his name on a piece of paper.
Yeah. They was what?
Writing down notes and stuff. What's his name? His name is, that's his name
He
now.
said he was beckoning them to him.
That's crazy.
He's mine. Yeah, you know.
Oh, boy.
But see, we tapping them back into, you know, our heritage, you know, the spiritual things. And first and foremost, we tapping them back into what? Turning to our power, man. You know, trusting in our power, calling upon His name. You know, getting into the scriptures, and all these things are what? Coming with it. Sapphire, onyx, and different things. You know what I'm saying?
It says the kingdom will be built up with these different stones.
Emeralds.
Emeralds, right? You know, used to, you know, see it and hear about it, blah, you know. And then you start seeing it in the scriptures, you're like,
A minute, man.
Ooh, sweet. Y'all got something? What y'all got? Y'all got something else?
I do.
Go ahead, brother. Weak. What is one ain't? Yo.
Oh,
Moisture
my
making
fingers
it
is
worse.
stuck
Yeah.
to the unbro.
Yeah.
That moisture's making it worse.
I'm still holding Isaiah 47.
We can end with that. We can end with that.
All right, come
I
on.
got second Esdras.
Yeah, that point. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is second Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 21. It says,
Oh my God.
"And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me of a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." Who that talking about?
So a grape out of a whole cluster, he's giving you like the ratio. So you got a cluster, then you got the one grape out of that cluster. You got the whole garden, which is, he spoke about how bringing forth wild grapes. You got the whole garden. Imagine how many different plants is in the garden. But then he said one plant of a great people.
Yeah.
You know, out of all the great multitudes of Jake, he only kept one, and that's the elect. It said, let the multitude then perish, which was born in vain.
The rest of that garden is deteriorating.
Oh, the rest of that garden
You
will get burnt
got
up.
you got them droopy grapes on there. You say, oh, there's that one grape right there. It's still good.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll save that.
That's it.
Yeah, see that. Yeah, right.
That's it.
Brute beast.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I ain't got none.
Brute beast.
Somebody close us out.
Cold as hell, they on that bullshit. Go ahead, bro. You close us out. What you got, bro?
Con. It's Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 14. It reads, "Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame."
Hey, see, so this is talking about Edom. This is all going back into Edom and talking about how they're going to be destroyed. What? With nuclear destruction. You know? Because that's how Babylon can go out, by thermonuclear fire.
Right.
It's inevitable, you know? You can't see, you can stop, you can make up a lot of BS, you can, stop a lot of BS, but guess what you can't? You can't stop prophecy. That's one thing you can't stop prophecy, you can't control prophecy. Right? Go ahead, bro.
There shall not be cold to warm at, nor fire to sit before it.
Ain't gonna be no comfort, man. Right now, that would feel real good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Had a cold or warm, had us some comfort. That'll feel real nice right now.
Oh my God.
It's about to get real cold for this place. It ain't gonna be no comfort. Ain't gonna be no bonfire. Ain't gonna be no fires of the campfire. That feels so good. That warmth and relax. Ain't gonna be none of that shit. It's gonna be like the Chase Road that no man take it for. You know? Ain't nobody gonna save that nigga. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 15, it says, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee.
Right. They gonna all leave. They gonna forsake this hope, man. When they see this hope falling, they ain't gonna catch her. They're not gonna be able to catch her.
Right.
Anybody that try to catch her going down with her.
That's why the scriptures say, all that shall see thee shall flee away.
Yeah.
All done unto them shall be pierced through.
Yeah.
Try to stop it from happening and see if your ass don't get judged.
Right. You ain't gonna be able to. That's why they all gonna look upon thee and seek. What they say? They should be in sorrow, so to speak. You know, they all gonna be looking upon, like, you know.
Hey, the smartest idea for you heathens is to get out
Get
now.
up out of here, yeah.
You know?
But they not.
But when we get over there, you better submit, or your ass is gonna be grass.
Get greedy if you want to. Try to get the last crumbs off the table. Your ass gonna get judged.
Farrakhan just did a new speech a few days ago. I don't really, I don't follow Farrakhan or nothing, but it's called his title. The title was "The Sun is Setting on America."
Wow, that's it. Well, he knows. He knows. Yeah, I close this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, so with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect brothers and sisters out there.
Shalom.
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 And abad babal.
Abad Babal.
Bro, it got cold.